Hi there, this is Michelle from Dress Up with Michelle. If this is your first time, welcome in. And if you are returning, welcome back. Well, guess what? It's September and fall is in the air. So I do have a wreath that we will be creating today. I have a customer, beautiful customer, who requested a wreath in chocolate or brown and gold. And as you all know, brown is the trending color for fall. So I will be making this wreath for her. So what I have is this 14-inch wreath form that I got from the Dollar Tree. And what I did was I added 12 chenille stems on the outer rows, and then I have 6 chenille stems on the inner rows. And I will be using 2 methods on this wreath today. And I did place a little bit of hot glue just to keep the chenille stems in place. So let me show you the mesh. So first we have this beautiful chocolate mesh with a striped border. It is 10.5 inches long, and I got this from Craft Outlet. And then I have this like off-white or ivory gold metallic mesh that's 10 inches long that I got from Craft Outlet. So these are the 2 meshes or mesh that we will be using to create this beautiful wreath. So first, what I will be doing is a poof method. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is gather the edge of the mesh. I'm just gonna gather it up. Okay. And what I'm going to do is find a spot to begin. And I think I'll just begin right here. But what I have to do is I have to place this tail underneath, and I'm going to use some cable ties or zip ties to secure it on the bottom. So let me flip this over. And I'm just securing this on the back. And you can get these zip ties anywhere. Dollar Tree, Home Depot. They even have it in Ross, just to let you know. Make that really tight. And let me cut that off. Okay. And then I'm going to flip it back over. And now what I'm going to do is open up the chenille stem, the first one, place my mesh there, and then I'm just going to give it a twist. And these are going to be poofs. So I am going to make 10-inch poofs. So I'm gonna start at the 10-inch mark, bring it out to 20. And I'm not gonna pull really hard. I'll give it a little bit of slack so that I can create beautiful poofs. So we're at 20. Just release this a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is open up the next chenille stem and place the mesh there. Twist. And then I'll just fluff it open. And that is my poof. So let's do that again. So we have, I'm at the 10-inch mark here. Bring it out to the 20-inch spot. So now I have a question. for everyone. Okay, so you know September 21st is the start of fall. And do you start decorating for fall? Do you decorate for fall? And what colors will you be using this year in your fall decor? I already have out my fall decor. I haven't decorated, but I do have it out because I have a lot, but I don't have a lot. I don't know how to explain it. You'll see. I'll try to make a video of all my fall decor. Yes. So, another question is, if this is your first time here, like I said, welcome in. And would you mind subscribing to my channel? I'm a new YouTube, I guess, content creator. I like making wreaths and I love tablescapes. So that's what I like doing. So would you mind subscribing? It's free. It won't cost you a dime. But it does help out the channel. Okay, back at 20. So I'm just gonna complete this. And let's see. We got our last poof on the inner row. And now this is the beginning. So what I'm gonna have to do is, let me show you. I'm gonna have to open up the first chenille stem so I can place this last poof in. Just opening it up. And I'm just going to place our last poof in there. And now the inner row is done. So let me just cut this off. And then I'll tuck it in like I did the other one. I'll use a chenille stem to tuck it in the back underneath. So that is done. I'll put this underneath. Flip it over. My zip tie or cable tie. Can be a little challenging. Try not to get the mesh in there, okay? And zip it up. Zippity-doo-dah. Okay, so that's done. This is the inner row. And you can see through, so that's why I decided to use two methods, because the brown, yeah, it's very thin on the thin side. So now what we're going to do is add the ivory on the outer row. And I'll try to start at the same spot. Let's see, let's start here. So around the same spot. So again, what we're gonna do, open up the mesh. Get that out of the way. And then I'm just going to gather at the end, just gather that up. So I have this. I'll just place this underneath. And then I have my chenille stem. my chenille stem, and I'm just placing my mesh there at the beginning. Just want to twist it. And I have to flip because I need a zip tie to secure the end. Okay, and again, these will be 10-inch poofs as well. So I will go to the 10-inch mark again, and mesh likes to, unfortunately, cling to itself. So I'm at the 10-inch mark. I'm gonna bring it to 20. And then I'm gonna go to the next spot. Place my mesh there. And then I'll poof. So I will continue this method all the way around. Okay, I'm back. Here are all of our poofs. We have our chocolate in the middle and the ivory with the metallic gold on the outer border. So this is looking very pretty already, but of course we can see through to the reform, and we don't want that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add the cruffles or the woodland ruffle. I'm going to add that to the inner row, and the color that I'm going to use is the ivory with the metallic gold. So what I did was I cut this mesh into 20-inch strips. And let me just put the wreath aside so I can show you how I'm going to make my cruffles or woodland ruffles. So I have my handy dandy wire cutters, and that's something heavy to hold down this mesh. The first thing I'm going to do is spread it out. The mesh likes to curl on itself, so that's in my favor because I need it to curl. So the first thing I'm going to do is give it about 3 or 4 curls. 1, 2, I'll try to make it even. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, I need one of my clips to hold this down. Let me see if I can find a clip. If not, I'll just use, I can't find my clip. So I'm just gonna use this to hold this in place. And then I'm going to, again on this side, because I don't want this to unfold, I'm going to roll 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just bring it close to one another. Let's move this out of the way. I'm gonna find my clips in a minute. And now what I have is my woodland ruffle or cruffle. Okay, so these are the curls and this is the ruffle. So I'm gonna place that side up. Let me bring this back onto my wreath. So I'm just gonna find the chenille stems. And then what I'm going to do is just place my ruffle inside, or ruffle. That's what we have there. Okay. I think I used my clips for something else, so let me grab a clip right quick. There we go. Okay, let me get another piece of mesh. I cut. And again, use my wire cutter. I'm going to take the mesh, give it a few curls, 2, 3, 4. Use my clip. This you can get at the Dollar Tree. Comes in a pack of 6. And then again, curl. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take this apart. Squeeze in the middle. And now I have my ruffle. Open up a chenille stem. And place this in the center. And give it a twist. And that's what I have so far. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to complete the inner row, and then I'll be back so we can start the outer row, okay? Okay, so we're back. This is the wreath with those woodland ruffles or cruffles in the center rows with the brown poofs. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the brown woodland ruffles or cruffles. So again, I have this cut at 20 inches. And let me show you the method or the technique. Again, it curls up on itself, which I'm happy for in this instance. Okay, so first I am just going to grab the ends of the mesh. I am going to give it about, I'm gonna say 3 curls, so that I can make a nice ruffle. Because the last time I used 4 and it didn't do so well. All right, and then again, 3 curls. 1, wait, make it even. 1, 2, 3, and now just bring the other side together. Remove this clip. Grab it in the middle. Now we have our ruffle. And add it to the outer row. Just open up a chenille stem. Place that right in there. Trying to make sure that it's even on both sides. That's one. Let me add another one. And then I'll come back and do the rest off camera. Again, roll 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. Bring it to each other and meet. In the middle. Let's meet in the middle. And we have our nice ruffle or woodland ruffle. Gonna find another spot, open it up. There we go. So I'm going to do the rest off camera, and I'll be back with all of our poofs, cruffles, woodland ruffles in place. Okay? And question, what colors are you going to use this fall for your fall decor in your house? Okay? I'll be back. Ready? Here is our chocolate brown mesh and our ivory with gold metallic mesh. Look how full it is. It's so big and nice and full. But she's pretty as she is, but she needs her ribbon. So let me show you the ribbon. So first I have this checkered ribbon that I got from Craft Outlet. I am going to pair that with this gold metallic ribbon that I got from Craft Outlet, and I have a surprise with that. I'm not going to show you yet. And then we have the main event, the chocolate velvet ribbon. Isn't that pretty? And I'm going to pair that with this ivory and gold metallic Swiss dot ribbon. So this is the ribbon for our wreath. But I have something else, but I'll do that in a minute. So let's add the ribbon. So the ribbon I cut at 13 inches and then I just dovetailed the mesh. So basically, the ribbon. So basically you just take the ribbon, you fold it in half with the edges up, and then you cut at an angle up. And that's it. So now I'm just gonna fold the ribbon in half so we can meet in the middle. And then same thing with the velvet, our chocolate velvet. Ooh, maybe I'll spray the wreath with chocolate, like a chocolate scent. Okay, and then we're just gonna pinch in the middle. And I'm just gonna find a spot. So, just gonna open up the twist tie and put the mesh right there. The ribbon right there. That's that. Now let's go to the next one. So again, I'm just folding it in half. Same thing with the gold. Down. I'm just going to put the ribbon in place. Just adjust it. But now I have something special for the middle. So what I did was I have this brown or chocolate ribbon that is sheer, and I'm going to add that to the center here. So let me show you. And I just use this to keep my bows together. Just going to grab it in the middle, making sure I have the right side. This is the right side. I'm just going to add that to the center. show you what I did. You see that? It's kind of hard to see against the. This will be here, and then I have the chocolate. So I am going to add my ribbon. I'm not sure. I'm wondering, do you think for this one, maybe I should put the gold on top of the bow? Let's try that here before I continue. Let me see. Okay, maybe I should just add the gold on top of the chocolate, because I think the chocolate is covering up the gold. Let's see. Sometimes you try something, you think it's gonna work out and it doesn't. Let's see here. That bow right there. And then let me grab the gold. I think gold added to any wreath just makes it look so much better, so pretty. If you haven't watched my other videos, if you would please take some time out of your schedule and just go watch and enjoy. I think that's better. What do you think? Doing it that way. It's better that way. So I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna do it that way. And then I need to trim up the edges of this mesh, of this ribbon. I keep saying mesh, I don't know why. And I'm not making a dovetail for the sheer ribbon. I'm just cutting it at an angle. So I'm gonna continue putting the ribbon on the wreath, and I'll be back. I am back with Miss Chocolate and Gold and Cream. She is looking beautiful. So these are all the ribbons in place. And now, can you see that? Isn't that beautiful? And now, let me show you her bows. So she has two. I've done this one before. I think this is my signature bow. So we have this one. Ooh, isn't that pretty? The chocolate, the creams, the metallic gold. And then we have this bow that I made as well. So she will have two bows along with her sign. I'll show you the sign last. So this bow I'm going to put up at the top. So she will go here. So I'm just going to place her in between the mesh here. I'm just finding a spot in between. I don't want to pierce my mesh. The only thing about velvet, it collects length. So she will go here. And then the other bow will go down in the corner right here. So they'll go like caterpillar to one another. Again, I'm just finding a spot in between, not piercing my mesh. Bows to become embedded into the this is what we have. This one will be down in this corner. This one will be up here. And that's what we have. And then the next thing I'll have to do is place the sign. Oh, and also I have some other embellishments, you know me. Just to let you know, because I ran out of ribbon, that sheer ribbon with this bow here. So what did I do? I used this mesh tubing to make a little bow. I don't know if you can see it there. That's my little bow. So this is the wreath so far. It's turning out really, really gorgeous. I've never done these colors before, and these colors really are beautiful together. Okay, see you back in the next, so we can place our beautiful sign. The moment we have been waiting for. It is the sign. So let me show you our sign. It says blessed. This is what my customer requested, and this is what she shall receive. Now, this sign did not come painted. It was just a plain wooden sign, and I used some spray paint, this espresso color with a gold metallic spray paint, and I just used some spray glitter. And this is our sign. Isn't it nice? It complements the wreath very nicely. I prepped the sign with some chenille stems and staples in the back. And I am going to place it in the center right here. And I think it's going to look fabulous. So let me show you. This is what it's going to look like when it's in place. So I am going to secure the sign off camera, and when I come back, the sign will be nice and secured, and we will finish up with our other embellishments. So I will be right back. Okay, so our sign is secured in place with her bows. And now we have to embellish her a little bit more. So I have these hydrangeas, which are like an off-white or ivory with a little tinting of brown. And I have, these look like baby's breath to me. And they are like a bone color. So I thought they were pretty. And then when I went to Dollar Tree recently, I saw these. Aren't they beautiful? These are brown glittered eucalyptus. So I thought these would be pretty in the wreath. So I am going to use these in the wreath. The other flowers came from Dollar Tree. Not Dollar Tree, from Michael's. These came from Michael's. Okay, so I cut the eucalyptus, glittered eucalyptus already, and I'm going to place those in the center of the wreath. And so anywhere there is the brown velvet, I will be placing a eucalyptus there, stem there. So this one will be there. And then over here, I will use one. And basically I just open up the chenille stem, and then I just place the stem in there, and then later on what I do is I just glue everything down. Make sure it's gonna stay in place. There we go. And the last one. Did I lose it? I'll use this. Put that in there. Like I said, I just open up the chenille stem that's holding the ribbon down, and then I twist. And then later on, I just glue it into place. So that's gonna be in the center. On the periphery, I will use my hydrangeas. And again, the hydrangeas will go in the ribbons with they have the chocolate ribbon. So opening it up. And that's every other, because I'm going to use this. So every other. And I do not pierce my mesh because I don't want to destroy it. I'm just reaching in to find a hole. Almost done. Last one. And then I always place a video or a picture of the wreath on the door so you can see what it looks like. So now everything is in place. Let me show you what it looks like. You see the glitter? I think it looks really pretty. I think she's gonna love her wreath, because I do. And my daughter, who's young, said, "Oh wow, that's so pretty." And I also showed my sister the wreath, and she was like, "Oh wow." because she'd never seen a wreath like this before, and especially with these colors. So she liked it just as much as my daughter and myself, and I think my customer will be satisfied as well. So this is the wreath, Miss Chocolate and Gold Glitter, who is blessed with her sign. And just wanted to say thank you for watching. Like the video, subscribe, share, and I'm sending love from me to you. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye-bye. Here she is, Miss Big, Beautiful Chocolate Brown and Glitter Gold Wreath, who is truly blessed. Just giving you a closer look in real time with her hydrangeas, her baby's breath, her brown glittered eucalyptus, and of course, her blessed sign.